So today I am talking to American Song Contest semifinalist representing Puerto Rico, Christian Pagán.
There you go. Happy to be here. And like we said of the record, I love your background, and it's a pleasure for me like doing this interview.
I'm so excited to speak with you. I have so many burning questions. There's so much I want to know.
That's awesome.
So let's start. Before even ASC happened, you were the first winner of Idol in Puerto Rico.
It's true. It's like 8 years ago almost. I always like since kid I always look for opportunity and trying to open doors to maximize my gift, my talent. I'm very passionate about music. And yeah, it's like been a while. It's looked like it was yesterday, but no, it's almost like 9 years that happened. And it was an amazing experience for me.
And so would you say that you are a competitive person, or do you just chase the opportunities and it happens to be another contest that you're doing?
You know what? It's weird because to be honest, I'm not a big fan of contests and competition. But for some reason, that door is just open for me. I remember the first experience of the American Idol here in Puerto Rico. I was doing videos on YouTube, singing. I also used to have a rock band, like with an album and all the thing. And I just looking up for opportunity to reach out, that people know about me. In the case of American Idol here in Puerto Rico, Idol Puerto Rico, it was a great experience because it's opened me door in the industry, in the music industry. I was the first winner in that way. One of the premiación, one of the no gift, but when you win, they
Your
give me the
prize?
opportunity to my prize. It was to be in a major label, in Universal Music. So in that moment, it was an amazing step for me. And right now, then after that, I'm putting my albums over there. I've been doing around a lot of things happening in acting and music, and right now having the opportunity to represent my country in this amazing contest is just feel awesome.
And so how did you find out about the song contest? Was it your agent? Did you see the posting? Did you get approached by the network?
Well, Erika Ender, she's the one of composer of Despacito. She's a
Oh,
friend.
okay.
She's a friend of mine, and I remember that I was doing an interview with a single that I have in right now released, Hasta Viejos, and I was doing an interview and I received a text message and a call, and she told me, "Listen, American Song Contest, do you know what is Eurovision?" And I was like, yeah, I kind of, and she told me American Song Contest is going to be on the stage, and I think that it's going to be a great opportunity. And the beginning, to be honest, I was like, I'm the one to be in a competition like singing covers from other artists, not right now. But then I read more about the American Song Contest, and I realized that it was with original song. So I was like, you know what? Let me talk with my team, with my agent, and to see what we can make it happen in a good way. And yeah, it was a good surprise for me and having this step.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about Loko. It's an awesome song. I'm so glad you were in the first qualifying round because it really brought the energy to like bring people into the contest, and it got Eurovision fans really excited too because it's the kind of style and energy that we get a lot in Eurovision. So I was looking at your catalog of music before the interview, and I realized that a lot of your songs are actually mid-tempo, kind of maybe a little bit on the romantic side. So actually, Loko is a little bit into a different direction for you. Why did you choose to go with like kind of a banger, honestly? Yeah, what was that choice?
It's true, and I love that you're doing this interview and you read a lot and listen to my music because it's true. That's very true. This song is putting me out of my comfort zone in so many ways because my proposal of my music right now is more ballad, more mid tempo, more rock with indie, and of course I have the beat of reggaeton because I come from Puerto Rico and that is part of my influence. But the thing is that for this amazing contest, you are representing a country. In my case, I'm representing Puerto Rico, and know what, I love reggaeton. I love all this kind of influence that we in the Latin music. So when we decide to make loko in that way, I say, you know what, people in Puerto Rico, we all know about the around the world that we are energetic, we are fun. I want that in the song. So thanks God that I have this melody and this amazing song with also with my co-writer friends, including Desmond Child, and we can bring that energy that represent not only my country but also me, my music. Because at the end of the day, it's a pop song, and that is something that is represent my music too.
Yes, absolutely. I think you nailed it. Definitely. I think it's a great representation for
Thank you so much.
everything
I
I know
love
of Puerto Rico, all my friends. It's everything they all ever told me about where they're from.
I love it, and you cannot imagine how glad and how grateful I feel that so many people that look for Eurovision in outside the States and Puerto Rico, having so good vibe with the song, with connecting with local. You cannot imagine when I read the comment and from other country and letting me know that they love local, and I appreciate that. So thank you so much for taking your time and jamming with my song.
Yeah, of course. It's on my playlist, so it's staying there all summer. It's a summer jam.
There you go. There you go.
So another question I had about the song compared to your other music is your other songs are all in Spanish. And this one has really a lot of lyrics in English, Loko does. So can you talk about that decision to add more English lyrics into the song and more about maybe the writing process? Did it start completely in Spanish or was it always intended to be bilingual?
So when I first received the few in the brainstorming, the melody of the song, we write all in Spanish first. But then when Desmond worked with us, he's very smart. He's a hit maker, and he worked with Aerosmith, Keys, and Ricky Martin. He one of the responsible to make Living La Vida Loca.
Wow.
And when we have that mind in the brainstorming, and he tell me, you know what, maybe we can try to put also English in the song, because we're gonna be in the contest that we're gonna have a fusion of culture, and I say, you know what, that's amazing. Maybe we can try. It's gonna be out of my comfort zone because my first language is Spanish, but let's gonna keep also Spanish. So let's gonna have fun and having a Spanglish version, that people can connect. And the good thing about the word loco is that it doesn't matter if you know English or Spanish, you know what it means, and it was a very creative, fun way to putting in the table so many good idea. I remember travel to Nashville to having the coach with Desmond Child. I think I also take English lesson to work in my accent and the delivery of the song. And I'm very proud, I'm very proud of the song, and also having my slang in the bridge part, and in Spanish. Anda, ven, ven y dime tú que tú quieres. That is my favorite part because it's me over there, like my culture, my slang, and it was it was a fun brainstorming for having it in the work process.
Oh, that's so cool. It's so interesting too to hear you say that it's kind of out of your comfort zone with English and kind of with the style being so up tempo, because I think like you totally look like in your element. You don't look out of your comfort zone at all. You look completely in the zone when I watch you on TV. So props to you for that. You make it look easy.
That's great. No, but it's not easy, but I appreciate that a lot because I work a lot for my dreams. I work when I catch an opportunity and I know that this opportunity represent a lot for my career and also for my people, for my country. And you know what, when you represent your country, you want that your people feel proud of you, so I focus a lot, like trying to take my English lesson, my performance lessons, and trying to be inside, because at the end of the day, I'm a huge fan of the music, and then trying when I connect with the music, I'm trying to focus and trying to be the best version of me in every step. So it was a fun, it was not easy, but I appreciate a lot that people can connect with in that way, like you said.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about your experience actually being on the show. So you're kind of in an unusual position that you were in the first episode of the qualifying round, you were in the premiere, and you're in the second semifinal. So you have all this downtime in between. So can you tell me what you've been doing in that space? Have you been watching the other shows? Have you just kind of been focusing on yourself? And kind of where's your head at right now going into the semifinal?
Well, the first thing that I'm doing when I arrived to Puerto Rico, it was connecting with my people, with my country, because you know what, in this industry, in you pass a lot of time like outside of from your people, from the people that connect, putting you in the ground, So of course I'm seeing the shows, supporting also this amazing artist, because I know that it's a competition, that it's a contest, but I'm just enjoying seeing how another artist like doing and rocking on the stage. That's inspired me a lot. And I'm trying to take a time for me. Also, I'm planning my next thing, because here in Puerto Rico I have a few concerts also outside of Puerto Rico, and I'm just trying to planning for the next step, for the next thing. But of course, my priority right now is the American Song Contest. So also I'm trying to focus and practice a little bit more to see how we can put the next performance in the next step, trying to put in different things, what I can do different, and trying to get that energy back in track, because it's going to be very important, the semifinal. And I'm super nervous, excited, I'm super happy. I'm proud, I just feel proud and trying to enjoy it every moment, every details, because tomorrow we don't have control about anything, today I just trying to enjoy that moment. And in the meantime, I'm just focused, trying to making more exercise, and Sam keep trying to put in seeing video, my influence, Bruno Mars, this guy that have this kind of vibes, and Ricky Martin, trying to study a little bit more, and Michael Jackson. And I'm just trying to keeping moving forward and be better from the next round.
Well, that sounds like a great game plan and strategy to just be true to yourself and do what you do. So I won't ask you for any spoilers about the performance and what you're working on, but I do want to know who is going to be supporting you in the studio for the semifinal.
On the studio?
Mm-hmm. In your kind of little green room, your little couch area. Who's going to be there with you?
Oh, my wife, she's the one that always support me in every, she also worked with me, and we decide to see we can fly, because the thing is that the flight from Puerto Rico is very like 10 hours, almost like when you come from, but I'm going to try to keep my best friend. And over there, also I was taking with the OG, the one that represented Luciana. He said we used to be very close in the contest, and I hope he can be there also to enjoy with me and that moment. So we are planning to have my wife and also my sister-in-law. She lives right now in Miami. That is the place that they are recording the show. So I think it's good, that having in that moment that you have this a lot of pressure in your mind and a lot of things happening, having in your side people that believe in you, from scratch, and that is going to be very fun.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. And so there was something that a lot of Eurovision fans noticed in the first episode that you were in. And it was a standout. And everyone was saying Puerto Rico got the assignment to bring a flag. Because in Eurovision, everybody has flags. If you look at the Eurovision concerts, everybody's waving the flag of their country. But in the United States, we're not some people don't even know what their flag is. You don't see the flags really in the audience, but Puerto Rico had the flags. So I wanted to know, did you guys know about the flags, or did you just bring the flags just because you love your country and you just wanted to represent?
We are so proud of our culture, our flag. And if you go to, for example, in New York, Miami, Los Angeles, in every corner that you see a big community of Puerto Rican people, you will see we are super proud of our flag. But it's true, I see Eurovision and I know that they bring the flag with so proud. And I said to my wife, you know what, we need to bring our flag to that. I loved it, and I want to put it on the screen. I wanted that people know where I come from, you know. And I think that's awesome, you know, that kind of thing connect directly culture, and it make you feel proud, you know. And it was fun. It was fun, and more than fun, it was like, you know, like seeing my flag on the American Song Contest just make me feel just proud it, you know. We used to be, we are so proud of when we see our flag over there on Ricky Martin, on someone who's represented us on sport, or in the Olympics, you know, or in the movies, you know. We are super proud of Puerto Rican people, and seeing my flag over there, it was very important. We want to make it back our flag over there, and I hope we can bring our flag to the final too.
Yes, absolutely. So I want to talk a little bit about some stuff, not necessarily with the contest, but I had noticed that you were posting some stories with Ale Zabala from Florida. Did you know her
Yes.
before the contest? Had you worked with her before? And is there a collaboration in the future?
Well, the thing is that I used to live in Miami for 4 years,
Okay.
and she lived over there too. And we have a lot of friends in common. And but we meet in person in the American Song Contest process, you know. And we decide to make a few songs. We record on the studio like 3 songs together, or 4, and we are looking forward to making more, because I think we need to we make a good chemical, like a good bonding in the studio. And we have, like I said, a lot of friends in common, and I hope we can release new songs very soon, you know. And it was very fun to create with Alice Awala. And the good thing that she's from Colombia, you know. She's Latin like me, and we are representing our Latin community with so proud. And hopefully we can release a new song together very soon.
Yeah, so that's something that's really special about Spanish because it is such a widespread known language. People are speaking it all throughout Central America, in the Caribbean, and obviously in Spain too. And so I'm so excited to hear about the collaborations, because one thing Eurovision people always want is they want artists to collaborate with each other, because we get so attached to the artist and we want to see them, you know, do something together. And I wanted to know if you've heard any of the songs from Eurovision this year, specifically if you've heard the song from Spain and if you know Chanel Terrero.
Not yet, but I am very huge fan of Maneskin. You
Okay, yeah.
first day, or the first moment that I hear the song on the radio, and I'm a huge fan of rock, you know. And when I hear that fresh sound, it was like I connect directly with the song. And I think, but I'm trying to, you know, to see always different kind of vibe and music that Eurovision brings to the every year. So the good thing that you can access on the website, and you can see all the show. I do my homework, and I see a few shows from Eurovision to also inspire me, you know, in my final decision for the performance. So it was very good.
And actually, the all the songs are out for Eurovision, and their semifinal starts, I think, the day after the American Song Contest final. So Eurovision fans and American Song Contest fans are like, we are in like the height of, you know,
Wow,
extreme. It's
that's
like
great.
festival season. Yeah, it's so exciting.
I love
Okay,
it
so
because this kind of festival also putting the people together, you know, and celebrate and bring happiness, and I love that. I love that.
yeah, I love that connection of bringing people together. And so you said Monoskin, which is great because one of the questions I wanted to ask you was about how stylish you are. And you have that kind of rock, kind of cool, kind of party. Can you talk to me a little bit about maybe your
So,
fashion inspirations, or if there's a stylist that yet you're working with to shout them out?
well, the thing is that when you grew up in Puerto Rico, I used to hear a lot of songs, you know, and a lot of kind of music. For example, I remember like growing up in my family house. My dad he's a huge fan of ballad, you know, Ricardo Montaner, Ricardo Arjona, Luis Fonsi, Sin Bandera, but also my mom, she loved the salsa. So I remember seeing my mom cleaning the house and just dancing with the merengue, with the salsa. But my brother, he loved the urban, you know, and he loved the reggaeton. And I grew up also with seeing MTV, this kind of stuff, you know, like rock influence. So I have all of that in my music influence. So when I go to the studio, I'm trying just not to only do one genre, you know. I try to enjoy when I create with my co-worker, also with my co-writers. So that is the way that I define my music. You know, it's a lot of good influence that at the end of the day is gonna have the reggaeton because I love the reggaeton, but it's also have kind of rock, but also have my vocal passion, you know, in the ballad way. So, but yes, if you talk me about the fashion, I love to be like kind of rock vibe, but kind of to be urban. That's why I always bring with my accessorios and the chain, and but also have my split hair plain.
Yes.
You know, I always try to express myself. I think that is part to being an artist, and I can be introverted sometimes. So this is my way to express the way that I feel.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, so with the rocker vibe, that's kind of going to lead me into one of my final questions here. While I was watching your videos, there was this one that you filmed in a skate park, this cool skate park, and it's kind of like a punk sort of rock song. And so that had me thinking, because when I travel, I like to go to kind of unusual spots. I love the historic spots, you know, like the beautiful tourist locations, but I also like the local stuff, the unusual stuff, the place that you know, someone who's from the area, how they would want to spend a Saturday. So if I came to Puerto Rico and I wanted to have an off the beaten path day, where would you recommend me to visit?
Well, I grew up in this amazing view in Yabucoa, and it's more in the countryside, you know, in the east part. It's not, you don't have to be nothing with San Juan. That is more. I love San Juan, you know, it's our capital. But it's this Yabucoa have this calm vibe that you can drink with your coffee with your abuelita, your grandma, and it's more like unique. You have that flavor, you know. And definitely, when you come to Puerto Rico, just let me know because I'm going to bring you to that spot. Because, for example, that skate park that you look at the video, it was in Yabucoa, also when the town that I grew up, and it wasn't like in the middle of mountain, you know, and having that skate park with this amazing sky view. And I think that you are very clear about that, and I love that you tell me that, because when I travel, I also try to find that kind of spot that is not too much mainstream, you know, but you have that vibe that you can get your food in the local spot, you know, and you're gonna find a lot of spot here in Puerto Rico that you're gonna for sure connect with our culture. So yeah, when you come over here, you have to go to Humacao. That is the town that I also born. So yeah, if I have to tell you something, in Puerto Rico, we are a small island, but we have so many different kind of vibes in the same spot. You know, that it's just feel like magic. It's like a paradise, and I love to having the opportunity to born in here and grew up in here with this amazing people and amazing culture.
Well, you represent the culture so well. I'm so happy to see you in the contest and to see you in the semifinals, hopefully in the final. And thank you so much for speaking with me today.
No, thank you so much for your time. Like I said, I appreciate a lot how people and how the tools that we have in the music right now, like YouTube, Spotify, Apple, can connect with people around the world, you know. And for me, it's a blast to having you with this conversation. And thank you so much for your interview, to your team. And I hopefully we can have another interview when I've been in the final. So keep rooting for me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.